you want the dolly at the
Oh
end?
wait, we can just get this.
We can just set it down if we want to. Hold down and get the dolly in place.
Okay.
How are we doing?
Doing good.
The waves or whatever it's on or whatever. Slow, that's what it's called. Slow. I had a cinder block.
He brought cinder blocks.
I got the video.
That's right. And you paid attention, so.
Yep.
Okay.
We should make it out further.
Okay.
See, the thing is, I can always scoot it back, because what I can do is I can put it on 2x4s.
Yeah.
In the back.
Yes.
I can always do that.
Okay.
Let's just build it out here a little bit, and that'll make things easier.
All right, got it. Another good thing about this wood is it's durable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like if this was drywall or something, you have to baby it. In my
One
garage.
thing I don't like though is like the insulation starts coming out when you hit it. But,
Oh,
well.
is that the loose fill?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you saved a shit ton of money.
I say like $600.
That's a lot. It's not quite as heavy as I remember it.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Plus I got a lot of weight over here, so.
Okay.
Not so bad at all. Dare I say I could probably lift that by myself if I inched it up. I wouldn't want to. Oh, look at that. So cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
I've never done that before.
So this is the one where the auto feed is stripped, and I'm guessing it's something that they call, what are those nuts? Are they clamshell nut?
I don't know.
Well, there's like brass nuts that close two halves, and they close on the screw and then drive it back and forth. And those things can strip out, but they can be made new.
By the way, I had no idea that they even went that direction auto, so I'm just like, oh, cool. If it does, it's cool. If it doesn't, it's still fine.
It goes both directions auto. Well, of course, now he said that was stripped out, but you know, too, it might be as simple as taking it apart and cleaning
Never
it.
trust the guy before you.
Yeah.
Never trust the guy before you. And don't worry, I'm going to be opening this thing up, taking it apart, looking at it, tinkering with it, messing with it, all sorts of things.
I think probably it'd be prudent for us to wipe this crap off of here before we put your parts back on, because that head,
yeah,
you know, sits tight on these rails. Maybe hit it with some WD-40 and
that's probably you want a metal brush or so beautiful. We don't have to clean it up too much because I'm going to be cleaning it a lot.
All right. Well, good. Yeah, and I know you were talking about restoring it at some point.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, you know.
You think it's the original paint?
No. I'm guessing not, but
Yeah.
I mean, I could be, I don't know, I didn't analyze it, but I'm thinking it was probably like gray.
Yeah.
Typically they were. But I also think it's going to be really easy to restore because, heck, it's cast iron.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I found that when I was doing that drill press, if you use your big power grinder with the wire wheel, you're going to get a really good result. You don't have to,
Yeah.
you know, have a cabinet or anything like that for a job like this. And then the smaller parts, well, take for instance right here. I mean, there's scales on this stuff, and there's angle scales here, and you know it's all obscured right now because the guy wasn't really using it to its full advantage. But this stuff can be cleaned and polished up.
Mm-hmm.
You could even take a little paint and put in the recesses and see the things and then use it to its ability.
Yeah, so probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to, that's cool. You know, this looks a lot like the old Chandler and Price spring presses, that, which I actually have one. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, I have a 1920s Chandler and Price spring press. Too bad half of it's rusting, but I can, you know, it's cast iron. I can clean it up.
You sure can.
The flywheel, the spoke snapped on it though, so I'm going to weld that somehow.
So this cover was mounted on, this is the change gear cover and storage area. These other accessories, let me take a look for it.
You can take the door over here if you want to get on your way.
Okay. So this is a homemade pallet chuck.
Okay.
So this would, you'd take off the other chuck and you'd spin this one on and and then you could fit these different collets in there, and you could just grab metal, you know, based on the size of a rod or something. And it's kind of nice. It's real precision. You don't have to adjust the.
So are these at all needed for the assembly?
No.
Okay.
None of this is.
None of this.
Right. None of that's needed for the assembly. Okay. So here you've got like this, a boring bar.
Okay.
All right.
And then again, these are our file tools too.
Yeah.
How about that?
It was. I don't know what that is.
Okay,
It's
but
not
but
needed.
But it's not part of that.
Right. This is the tool post along with a tool in it. So this, they call it a lantern tool post.
Okay.
And essentially this thing slips into the, you know, this device right here. And then this actually folds the cutting tools.
That little key thing, right?
Yep, yep. And they've got terms for all of that. And then of course nice original square wrenches that fit all the handles.
So cool. Amazing.
Yep. Here's another one.
That is amazing.
So that's a chuck wrench. They don't call them keys on lathes, they call them chuck wrenches.
Yeah.
And the experts will pick on you if you call it a chuck key.
Okay. I've never heard it as a chuck key, so I'll never call it that.
Okay.
Rubber mount would help with this.
Hey.
Can you drop it?
Let me drop it.
Okay, I'll drop it, and then we will jog it.
All right. Okay. Threads are a little not perfect. That's it. It's in. It's threaded.
Okay.
I can feel it.
I find I can rotate the thing a little bit, so it makes it easier for you, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
You got it?
Yes. I mean, I've got it in there. Oh yeah. It's in. It's in a turn or so, but it's going to need a wrench.
What, you find it?
I did find it, and
Okay, I was right. Oh, look at that. So perfect. It would barely even fit through that darn hole. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Darn bolt. See, that is one bad thing about those dual bricks. They are nice because like they're really hard and you can put a lot of weight on them, but they have two holes.
Well, in this case, it became a bolt holder.
Yeah.
Because you just, you know, and also too, the guys that work over open like turbines and steam lines.
You can't trust it.
No.
You don't want to have to trust yourself. You just
right.
You want to make sure it's
right.
And
you saw me. I mean, I've been a professional mechanic, and I dropped it. You know.
Yeah. It happens. Well, you're not a mechanic anymore.
Not anymore. I'm rusty.
You're a office paper mechanic.
There you go. Okay.
This is so damn cool.
I mean, I heard you mention lathes a few times, so
yeah.
you must have had it in your mind that it was going to be needed.
I looked at about 5 lathes.
And I think really you were practical. I think this will probably do what you need, at least for now. And you know, it's not so huge. I mean, they are just so heavy.
You want to know the ingenious nature of this wrench? They offset it 1/8 of a rotation. You know, why do they do that?
What? So you could get room on the next flat?
Yeah, I can flip it over each time, and I can actually rotate the gear, or rotate the thing in only 1/8 of rotation.
Mm-hmm.
So I just have to go back and forth on a heel. Not too much. I mean, this is a 1911 lathe. How hard can it be, really?
Right.
Oh, this is not the same bolt. That's a hex head, not a square head.
Yeah, and you know, I think though that probably it, you know, one of the originals was lost, and that was, I don't know.
But you're sure that it is the
it's the same length. You know, it's very close to the same length. Is it turning it into the threads okay?
Well, I'm gonna get my other wrench to do it.
All right.
You like my wrench?
Yeah, it's
I like this
cool.
wrench. My dad got it for me for one birthday.
Nice.
I don't accept birthday presents anymore though, so
You don't?
Nah, I don't like scheduled gifts. I like it whenever people just get like, they think like, oh, I saw this, thought of you, not like I just had to get something.
Okay.
You know, kind of like this. Like, you brought all this amazing stuff because you wanted to, not because you felt obligated to.
Well, you know, I saw you working so hard building this thing, and I just felt like, you know, just a few things would let you take it to the next level.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like this would allow me to take a break and build my steam engine. Which now I have a condenser for.
You like traction engines too.
Oh, whoops.
They're funner.
Yeah, traction engines are great. You know, I changed my mind. I don't want a tractor. I want a traction engine.
Nice.
Because that's really all I want is just something big I can like fire up and just the actual running, it'll be a chore.
Have you seen guys that like restore really cool engines like jet engines or radial engines and run
Here,
them on stands?
use this.
To tighten it. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
If you want.
I shall.
Because it's just a hex head. You can just hook it onto there. It's cool.
Oh wow, Ren, look at that. Set her on the V-ways, nice and straight. Wow, you've done this before.
Idiot. We had to, because we had to get it working. You know, fourth time's a charm.
Well done.
Is there one that goes on the front? Oh, that little piece goes underneath. I get it. Go ahead and hand that to me and hand me the bolt that goes with it, okay?
You got it. Now, some of these wrenches, they're not just for assembling it, they're for operating it.
Yeah. Yeah, that works.
So this is the bolt that is actually going to go through the whole assembly. And I don't think that can go on yet. I think this slips over.
Yeah.
But you get the idea.
I can lift up the motor if you want.
Mm-hmm.
At least use a big fucking side blade thing so I can not cut my head off with the phone. Let me just do it.
Yep. Okay.
You got it.
All right.
A little bit. Here, there we go.
It's cold.
Okay, I don't care about that right now, because come over here.
All right.
Come over here. I can drink the soda later before I show you this, or after I show you this.
Okay.
So I picked up this box of random nuts and shit. That's like the actual term, like nuts and shit.
Yeah.
From a flea market for like $2. Here's the exact nut bolt you need to go with the nut that came with it.
Oh wow!
So
Look
I
at that.
have exactly the same thing.
Well done.
Okay, so you get to put it on.
Well, that is a privilege and an honor. Let me...
Yeah. So it doesn't matter that you lost it, and it's the perfect width. And I think I have another one that's a little bit longer. So if even it doesn't work, so put that in. I got the nut.
Okay.
So you won't lose it. Again. On the outside. You know, I really like this. I'm gonna make a little shelf so I can have a bunch of this stuff on the back. You just never know when you need it. Here's the nut.
Thank you.
That's fine. There's a little bolt that I have 30 of. It's not too bad.
So now that is why you bought those.
Oh yes, that is definitely why I bought those.
You know, I often think, take this tool for instance. I wonder if the people 110 or 120 years ago could have thought they were making it for you.
I know.
Into the future.
Yeah, they're making. They probably didn't really know who they were making it for, but they did. Doesn't matter. Oh, it's cute. It's a tiny one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's a baby. That's all we got.
No, it's nice. I like it. So we got the belt on, and it has these two pins, which I can go over later. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn how to use the lathe. Then we're probably going to do a big tear down. And once I know more about it, then I can actually talk about it. But we got the belt on, and I realized this acts as a spring mechanism. Now this, push in, and holds it.
It was pretty clever of their design, really. So they figured out how to tension it with a lever. Nice.
You know what? Is it okay?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, you know what, too, Ren? That noise may have been as simple as not having this lever back all the way and the teeth rubbing a little bit.
Maybe. Here, I'm going to turn it on.
Okay.
These, it's hard to tell if they're really lining up right or not. Now what is this?
Okay. That changes the speed. That changes... Oh, maybe that wasn't in all the way.
Okay, so we're gonna have... Oh! Oh!
There you go. So it's just a little gear noise.
Yeah, it's just all this little stuff. I like it as forward and reverse. I'll have to really align these because it's obviously going to one side. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think?
I mean, here it is. I mean, what year was it? 1900 what?
It's so lovely. 1911.
1911.
It's just so lovely.
It's 108 years old.
I love how quiet it is. And you know for a fact that when it had a steam engine, like 2 buildings down out of the drive shaft, it probably would have been a bit quieter. Maybe.
Well, and what we're hearing here, this click, that's the link
Yeah, yeah.
in the belt. I mean, it's super quiet. And I'm thinking, too, that as you work on it and you get it tensioned and aligned properly, you're going to have it running smooth as a top. This is a nice switch, too. This is not... I mean, these switches cost like $100.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They really do. That's nice. I mean, whoever put that on there, they didn't really fool around.
All I have to do is make sure, like I'll maybe like make a thing to hold it because that piece of conduit that's coming out doesn't quite. That's a bit.
Yeah, that's not the greatest.
I'll make a little thing to come up here, and it'll hold it. Or we wire it so it's like down here or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an idea. It's all ideas. And I have that kitchen, like the bathroom cabinet that I found. I can put the cabinet up there, so I have like all these cupboards to keep things like, because I have a lot of, get the meter thing.
Yeah.
The magnet, get it over here. Because it's a magnet base, right?
Yep. Okay, so this is a dial indicator. And,
put it on here.
Alright.
I was going to put that on there, but I realized that oiler still kind of leaks a little bit. So I imagine, is this just 2 magnets countersynced against each other?
Yeah.
And so when you turn it, they counteract, and then when they turn the other way, they add?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they, it really does stick pretty good. It's
That's
no
nice.
joke. Certainly good enough to...
Oh, definitely. And I'll clean that up and tighten it up and all that kind of stuff. And it'll be really nice.
But this will be handy because when you mount metal in the chuck, you have to, even though it should center,
You have to measure it on there to make sure it's even center.
Yeah. Yeah. And get
Oh, that's hard to turn on there because that's geared up and this
Yep.
here is geared down.
Yep. Yep. But you can center your stock then and then take your cuts. And of course we saw the guy, he made some beautiful parts with it.
Mm-hmm. Nice little metal knobs for his guitar.
Yeah, and he, I mean, he was just making things that fit, that he liked.
He was not a metal worker. He was a woodworker. And he still knew how to, he was able to use this to do what he wanted, even though his expertise was wood.
Right.
It was an afterthought, or just like a stretch, and he was able to do it.
Well, you may want to make a 1/2 inch or 3/8 bolt out of stainless steel, and you'll be measuring it to within 1/1000th of an inch. Whereas all he wanted to do was just make a beautiful shape.
Yeah.
And it worked perfectly.
A little
for that.
knurled thing or whatever. Is it the term knurling?
Yeah, it is a real term.
Cool.
Yep. And a lathe like this can knurl, and it's pretty neat too. The way typically it takes 2 rollers with an embossed pattern on them, very hardened to steel, and they clamp as the piece rotates. And it's interesting because you have to turn it at a certain speed, back and forward, so that the pattern matches.
Yeah, so it actually matches the. Yeah.
So
I always wondered about that. Like, how does it sync up and not just like keep making new tracks? Okay, so this lever opens that up. And it's not staying up. Oh. Oh. No. I don't know what that is. This part that holds this has a bunch of really sloppy farmer welds on it. So someone has already been in here. And this might need to be cleaned up a little bit. Which is understandable. I can't fault them for fixing it. There we go. So that goes up. And that.
Well, look at you.
Okay. Now, so I want to engage this.
So I think what that is, that's an actual clutch. So.
Well, no, this is for this side. This is what engages the part that hooks onto this.
Yeah.
That controls this. So then this moves in and out. Now underneath, that's where it has that gear, which is all kind of curved, and so it just doesn't really do anything. But fine.
Yeah. Ooh, you've got
a bunch of these swarf, you said?
Yeah, I think.
There's a bunch of these little filings in there, like really long ones, so that could fuck something up.
Well, sure it could. And to be honest with you, I mean, the guy took good care of it, keep it from rusting.
But he wasn't that knowledgeable.
No, and he wasn't cleaning it all that well.
Now, what is this? Just like a stopper?
It's a stop, and you can set it, and then you can micro adjust it so that you know you don't get too close.
That's good. It's like the margin thing on a typewriter.
Yep.
Okay, so we can't get this thing to work. It should probably detect. I don't know. I'll figure that later. I was gonna try to get fancy but whatever. Whatever. Oh yeah, right. Man, fucking hell. It's really stuck on there. Isn't there like key or whatever on this? I don't know if we're locking it, is it? I don't think so. What the hell is going on with this thing? Because shouldn't that be like smooth?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit. I can go fast, smooth, but like if I try to go a little bit, it just like jerky. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. And there's a little sign that says oil right here. So I'm going to put a drop of oil in there. So, I used to, for the longest time, whenever I wanted a challenge and wanted to like I was bored, I would fix a VCR. Now I got this. This is really cool. And I love how this is gonna take a while to learn. I love that. What's that book? Machinist Handbook?
Yep.
I think I know where I can get a copy of the Machinist Handbook. Maybe an older one, but I figure the old stuff would probably still carry over a lot, right?
It's absolute. This is what this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something from a book from the 1940s or 50s or whatever would still
be perfect.
Pretty much fine. Okay, cool. I'm really happy with this. So that has been my thermionic man giving me, or selling me actually, a 1911 Seneca Falls lathe. It's So thank you very much. And remember to subscribe to his channel because he's going to have a couple videos hopefully sometime of radios and old electronics, right?
Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah. You really need to get into that because you only have 2 videos and you need to...
I know, you added like 40 subscribers to me today. So
Really?
I have to do something to please them.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, this is a... I'll figure out that. Thankfully, one of my viewers sent me like a bunch of carbide tip, like triangle shaped things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Little things to hold them,
Yeah.
so I'll figure it out. It's fine. I got tons of stuff, and if not, I have, where'd that go? If not, an even better idea, I'll make a little thing to hold these, which is just a box full of these little like carbide tip lathe tools, bits, or whatever they're called. And I got these for like $2 for a whole box of them, so I'll play around with those. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. So yeah, the video, I think it's good enough for today.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
Me too.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take a nap. It's like, no, it's like midnight.
No, you can't. You gotta let her go.